I would say METASTRA DSS is aggregating everything you can think of in terms of regulatory complexity for the European market. In the first place, it's an AI-based technology. And this in itself is obviously opening up to different requirements that you need to be able to implement from a quality management standpoint and also from a regulatory standpoint. Number two, it is a software solution, specific type of medical device with additional constraint in terms of how do you develop and validate this software as a future medical device solution. It is also coming with additional layers of requirements for areas like cybersecurity or interoperability once integrated into hospitals or clinics. And last but not least, it's a software medical device with a very high risk profile because it's intended ultimately to be able to provide recommendation to surgeons in how to best treat their patients based on the risk fracture on the vertebra that this patient might be unfortunately experiencing down the road because of the cancer. All in all, rather challenging, but at the same time, it's of course for the CLS in particular super exciting to be part of it because it's a lot of creative solution we need to implement in order to accelerate as much as possible the time to market. Well, first of all, I should say that what I've seen so far with the different partners is quite unique because most of the time when these projects are led by scientific people or engineers or academic environment, there is no such a consideration for the future challenges in terms of regulatory or quality or AI Act. And very often they are simply focused on the validation of the science. And what I found really unique with the partner of this consortium is factoring in this problematic very early in the process. The price to pay for them is on top of everything they need to deliver around the scientific validation of the technology. But the other way around, it's also a way for them to be sure that whatever they think of in terms of design for the product, in terms of its intended use from a clinical standpoint, in terms of its validation overall, all of that will be actually highly supportive of future CE marking for the solution and nothing that will have to be redone or revalidated and therefore creating additional roadblocks to the CE marking the solution and therefore its access to any physicians and any patients sufficiently early in the process and expedite the access to this wonderful innovation. What is true is that this AI regulation is a new factor into this project. When we initiated this journey, the regulation was not as mature as it is right now regarding this problematic and additional risks, in particular with the addition of AI to this type of medical device solution. So definitely reaction has been immediate to a certain extent. We started to do an assessment of the impact of these AI requirements into the current CE marking roadmap and try to sketch out what would be the specific risks in relation to AI and what should be associated with it, the additional regulatory evidence to be generated. So all of that has been properly mapped out and now will be progressively injected both in the quality management system to be built up, but also on content of the CE marking technical file for the METASTRA DSS.